Hi everyone, it's Danny here from Angel Handmade Papercraft. Today I am working with the Happy Craft Challenge and I'm using the mood board for October. So this little girl is the KT Trick or Treat and she is from Ike's Art. So I am putting together a Halloween card. I've got the image printed out onto some Express It blending card and I'm colouring her up using Copic markers. So I'm just working my way through. Always put down the lightest colour first and then I go back and go darkest to lightest. So on her skin today I'm using E51, E53 and E55 and then R20 for her cheeks. Next, for the purple sections I am using VO4, VO6 and VO9. Laying down the lightest and then going darkest to lightest and blending all of that out. So just working my way through. It would be super cool if we could actually colour this quick, but it just doesn't happen. So I do have this super sped up for you so we can get through this a little bit quicker. Okay, so that's the purple section done. Now we're going to go in and start on the black section. So I'm using my toner markers. I'm using T6, T8 and T10. Going to do a little bit of the black and then I will move on and then come back and finish the black sections. So for the orange sections I'm using YR04, YR07 and E08. For the crazy green hair I'm using YG01, YG03 and YG17. Just doing a quick flick through her hair, leaving the nice messy look. Alright, taking photos along the way. Doesn't happen very often, but you caught me. Going back to the black and working on her little hat. With the Happy Craft Challenge, there is also a scrapbook layout, so if that meets your requirements a little bit better, then you're more than welcome to go and head over and have a play with that and enter into our current challenge. I am using the 6x6 Spooky Halloween paper pad from Die Cuts with a View. This is my favourite Halloween paper pad, and as you can see I'm now down to the drips and drabs of the end of the paper pad. I'm hoping I have another one hidden in my stash somewhere. If not, I'm going to have to move myself on and find another paper pad that I do love for Halloween. So I'm going to run this little lady through my Big Shot using a Spellbinders Labels 22 die. And I'm leaving all of this process in. I thought you guys would like to see all the stuff that goes through my mind as I'm making a card, all the decisions I make and then take back. Yeah, so I've left all of this in so that you can see it, but my card is very different. I really love this eyeball paper that I've got on the left hand side there. It's one of my favourites out of the paper pad. I used a My Favourite Things Spooky House die set. So I'm using the house, the tree, the moon and one of the bats. I do end up actually gluing in some of the windows down the bottom of the house just so that you didn't see all that background paper. So I'm just having a play here. I'm adding some of my Tombow Mono Multi to my glass media mat and then just using a stick it tool to dab those bats into the glue and then stick them down onto my card. So just adhering everything down. Just working my way through, adding all of those windows back in. Almost done. And the little door frame as well. I decided to pop that little moon up in the right hand corner, cutting off all of the excess pieces, adding on some of those little teeny tiny bats. Otherwise they're going to get lost and thrown out anyway. I decided I wanted to add some of these purple and white flowers that I had in my stash. And I'm just using my wire cutters to cut those backs off them. And then I'm going to add some to my tree as well, using some Scotch ATG to adhere that top pattern paper onto some purple cardstock. Okay, so here is where my issues started. So I decided to stamp these sentiments onto some purple cardstock. In the background there, I'm just using some of those stars out of the stamp set to stamp down on my background. So yeah, I was stamping these sentiments onto purple cardstock. I prepped the cardstock with my powder tool, and I'm using my Versamark watermark ink pad to do that. My issue is I found out after the fact you can't use this WOW embossing powder on black cardstock or dark cardstocks as it does not glow. So I found that out after my card was pretty much done, and trimming them down. So what I end up doing later on, I don't think I recorded it, was that I ended up restamping them onto some white cardstock and then replacing the ones that are on the card. This is my stepson on the left hand side there going through all my stuff while I'm trying to make my card. You can see little hands over there. Using my ATG gun to adhere those sentiments down, cutting off the excess. Alright, so here, like I said, my embossing powder wouldn't glow. So I added some Nuvo drops onto my card as well, and then I restamped those sentiments out and added some sentiments on. So how cool is this? Everything is glowing. So that is my card complete. I thank you all for watching. Head over to my blog and you'll find out all of those challenge details, and I will see you soon. Bye.